Hello friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Katja and for the last 2 years I have been constructing a Finnish national costume that is based on an early 19th century peasant dress from Askola. The last thing officially missing from my national costume is the silver necklace. Askola costume has a necklace similar to many other costumes from the same area. This type of necklace is called levyriipys, which means plate pendant. They got their inspiration from Regency or Empire jewelry, and they became popular in western and southern Finland during the 19th century. You can buy some of these necklaces, but the one specifically meant for the Askola costume isn't available. I thought first about ordering it from a silversmith, but then decided that this was just a perfect opportunity to learn a new craft. So I enrolled in a silversmithing course to make my plate pendant. First I had to draft the design. These necklaces don't really have instructions. However, I found some measurements from an old costume catalogue and then used this museum photo of an existing necklace to make a pattern. The first thing to do was to cut the pieces out of 1 mm thick silver plate. I glued my pattern paper on the plastic film covering the plate and then started sewing. These 2 square pieces were easy to cut in one go. I just glued the 2 plates together and showed them as one. A little bit of heat removed the glue and I had these 2 pieces. Then I needed to file the edges smooth. I started with this metal file. Then I moved to the sandpaper. First I started with 400 grade sandpaper and then moved to 800 grade. The little diamond pendants needed 1.8 mm thick plate. Again I glued 2 plates together to make the sewing quicker. This is how I separated the pieces that were glued together. The silver gets blackened and oxidized in the process, but a short dip in a pot of hot citric acid removes the oxide. There was an old coffee maker keeping a pot warm for this in the class. I glued the pattern back to drill the holes. One has to drill with short bursts and lift the drill between, otherwise the heat from the drilling will burn your fingers. Again, the identical square pieces can be treated as one. Now I need to add a little bit of shaping to the plates. Sorry about the shaking camera, I didn't bring a proper stand, so I had to put my phone onto the same table. shapes to my liking, I first sanded out the bumps and scratches with sandpaper. Then the pieces went into the polishing drum together with everyone else's. Then I needed to figure out the chains and the rings. I almost got all my rings ready made, but I needed just a few more, so I got to make more. The rings are made by twisting silver wire around a pin to make a spiral. The spiral is then sawed lengthwise to separate the rings. The only thing I couldn't do at the course was the engraving. To be honest, it was probably wiser anyway to leave the job to a professional. Here are now the pieces after the engraving was done. They look so pretty. Now I only need to assemble the necklace. This is fiddly work. Finally, I had to modify the lengths of the chains to make the necklace sit nicely. I moved some rings from the top to the bottommost chains to lengthen them. That means that I now have joints in the rings at the bottom. That is a bit annoying, but finally it doesn't show. If the open rings don't hold, I may have to replace the chains, but for now this will do. And here is the finished necklace. The necklace is tied on using red ribbon that I still need to acquire. I'm so happy how this came out, and now my costume has its last official piece. However, I'm not done yet, as I already plan to do another bobbin lace for my cap. Please help my channel to grow by subscribing and clicking the bell. What did you like this video? Comment below. Thank you for watching and see you soon on another video. Bye!